Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lusty here. Happy New Year to you. I hope you guys have a very successful and happy 2017. It's madness. It's literally 2017. Where the hell did 2016 go? Nuts. But it is Sunday, which means it is random pick day, and I thought I would bring you guys another episode. Of course. Why would I miss one? Yeah, I just couldn't do that. So if you do enjoy today's video, guys, please do me a favor and smash a like on the video. It'd be awesome to hit over 1,000 likes today, and I'd greatly appreciate that. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys are new around here. So what I'm going to be doing today is we're going to need Siri again. We used Siri last week, and we just used 3 players from my special squad building challenge, guys. Now, I thought what we would do this week, I don't want to spend any coins. Like, I've got a couple of million back, you know, after selling some consumables and some other players that I had in my club. I've got a couple of million back after doing all those crazy SBCs. And I don't really want to eat into that coinage right now, because Team of the Year is just around the corner, right? So I'm going to use 3 players from my club again, but we're going to split it into categories. The first player we're going to get is going to be one of my special players, like Informs, Legends, Lone Legends, Movembers. You know, it's basically these 10 players, the next 10 players, and the next 9 players along there before we get to the normal gold. So there's a chance of 1 in 29 that we could get any of these guys right there. Next up, I'm going to go for a gold player. So we'll include Jerome Boateng, he's 1, and these 10, so we've got 11, and then this one, which brings us up to like 21. So we'll have a 1 in 21 chance of getting any of those gold players. And then finally, what we'll do is we will go back and use some of my SBC special cards, of which I have, well, Eden Hazard was 1, so that's 11, 21, 31, 41, right? And Rashford will be the last one there. So 1 in 29 chance of like Informs, Legends, that type of thing. 1 in 21 chance of using regular gold items, and then a 1 in 41 chance of using special SBC players. And that Inform there. We'll count him as well. Why not, shall we? So let's go back to the special, the first lots of specials, and there was 29 of these. So let me ask Siri, shall I? Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 29.
It's 19.
It's 19. So that's 10. That's 20. And the 19th one along is Inform Winston Reid, a centre-back from actually this week's Team of the Week. I picked him up on the market for 31,500 coins. Looks like a very solid centre-back. I've used him a little bit already in a different squad. I'm happy with that. Let's move on to the golds. Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 21.
4.
4. So Jerome Boateng is 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a centre-back again, so we're going to go with 2 CBs. It is Chiellini. So we've now got Chiellini and Inform Winston Reid. That's actually a pretty sturdy defence right there. But hopefully we get an attacker for our final player. One of my special SBC guys. Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 41.
The answer is 24.
24. Okay, let's try and find it. So we have 1, 11, 21, 22, 23, 24. Raheem Sterling, player of the month. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go into a squad builder. Build a team around these guys and see what we can do, shall we? The random pick will continue as normal from this point on. So, after some deliberation and only using players that I already had in the club, this is the squad that I came up with. I also tried to include as many of the special players that I had as well, just so that we could get a cool team going. But in goal today is probably the worst player in the entire team. That is 80 rated gold, Adrian. He is a Spanish keeper, plays for West Ham, gets a strong link to one of our centre-backs. Alexandro and the SBC Bellerin come in at left back and right back. Couldn't really ask for much more there. Both very pacey. Alexandro's a god and Bellerin's super quick, and I wanted to try him out. But our first random pick player is Winston Reid. He's an 84 rated Inform and he looks amazing. 75 pace, 86 defending and 85 physical. Woo, 6'3" as well. Really, really good centre-back right there. And then we've got Giorgio Chiellini, who's 6'2". He's got 74 pace, 90 defending, and 85 physical. So they're very similar centre-backs. And I was quite happy that we got both of them, actually, because I knew my defence was probably going to be quite tidy. In the midfield then, it's a trio of SBCs. You could use the regular versions, of course, if you are trying to replicate this team and you don't have them. We've got Fernandinho, we've got De Rossi, and we've also got Isco, a Spaniard who plays for Real Madrid, of course. And then, well, I wanted to use him because I haven't had a chance yet. Insigne comes in at left wing, and we've also got Morata up front. So Insigne gets that strong link to De Rossi, giving him and De Rossi both enough chemistry. And then I needed that perfect link from the to the striker, and of course Morata and Isco go very well there, and you can use the regular versions of each as well. So our third and final random pick player is this guy. It is the player of the month, Raheem Sterling. I think this is the first one that we ever got, and he has been one of the best players I've used this year so far. He's so good. His goal to game ratio has plummeted for me because I use him in teams where I'm trying to get goals with the strikers. But today we're going to focus on trying to get him a couple of goals in the team and in the games that we play, should I say. And well, this little session was alright. Like, I did alright. I think I won pretty much all my games, but it was like kind of hard work. I was winning games like 1-0 or 2-1, which is not the best. Normally I like to get like 3 or 4 goals a game, even if I concede a couple or a few. It's nice to score quite a lot because it gets clips for the video for you guys. But today wasn't particularly like that. There was one game where I think I won 4-0, and the other ones were just like 1-0ers and real sort of grind kind of games. So I don't know where to put that. It's probably a case, and I find this quite a lot, that when I've got a really colourful team, lots of crazy SBC cards and stuff, people really try and beat it. They love a good victory against a crazy team, so maybe I hinder myself somewhat. But I like the players, so it's fun to use them as well, and of course they are somewhat boosted. We did get a goal with one of our random pick players in Chiellini. He scored from a corner, should I say, and then we got 4 goals, I think, in the 4 or 5 games that we played with Raheem Sterling. I think 2 of them were penalties, actually. He gets into the box and wins them penalties quite often, which is a definite positive point for this guy, because he's either going to get in and take the shot and probably score, or he's going to get taken out because he's wiggling around with his crazy dribbling, and then he's going to, you know, potentially score from the spot. The other 2 goals that he scored for me were bangers, though. That is so powerful, that shot right there. I was buzzing when that one went in because, as you can tell, we were in extra time and I just made it 2-1. So that was a nice, comfortable goal and a very good one to score. But then this is the best one. Look at that. Look at that for a goal. An absolute beauty from the Englishman. And that basically tells you all you need to know about this guy. He's awesome. I love him. He's definitely one of the best SBC cards that we've got in the entirety of FIFA 17 so far, and I think a lot of people would agree if you manage to get him. So, taking a little look and rating the team. Like, in goal, Adrian does concede goals, but my defense was kind of strong enough so that they didn't really get many shots, so I wouldn't really recommend him. My defense, however, I would recommend. It was awesome. 4.5 star value for money for Reed and a 9 out of 10. With those stats, he's one of the best in the Premier League for sure. He's like an in-form version of like a Chris Smalling or something. He feels ridiculously good in game. I'm trying not to say awesome like over and over again. But Chiellini, 4.5 star value for money, 9 out of 10. Pretty much the exact same rating, him and Reed. They are very similar defenders on this game, and I like them a lot, and they both cost relatively the same amount as well. Yeah, I would recommend both of these guys, highly. They would go in your team, no problem at all. The midfield, brilliant. De Rossi, probably the weaker one out of the 3 in terms of which ones I like best. Fernandinho's a hard worker. Isco was really fun to use. Insigne's pretty good as well. He is rapid and tiny. And then we've got Morata, who's a pretty decent target man. I quite liked him on this game. But Raheem the Dream, I'm going to go with a 4.5 star value for money and a 9.5 out of 10. For me, he's like this far away from being the perfect winger on FIFA 17. He's got loads of pace, his dribbling is phenomenal, and he can shoot, as you can see, because we scored some pretty tasty goals with him. 4.5 star value for money. I seem to remember him being quite expensive, so I don't want to give him like, yeah, he's the best value for your, bang for your buck, because there probably are better values out there, and he isn't the perfect winger, so he doesn't get that 10 rating. But overall, that's probably about the highest thing we've given out on the random pick so far. So it's a new year. Look forward to all sorts of FIFA 17 and probably FIFA 18 stuff towards the end of the year from me, from Lasty. I hope you guys have got some nice New Year's resolutions planned and that you stick to them and all that good stuff. I might do a video where I share anything that I'm thinking of doing over the next year. I don't necessarily like New Year's resolutions because people just choose, pull random things out of the air and don't stick to it after like the 5th of January. So hopefully I can just maybe set some goals that are attainable and stuff. Apologies about that. And we can go with that, and maybe I'll share them with you in a Road to Glory video coming up soon, maybe, because I like to talk about different topics in that series. So if you wouldn't mind smashing a thumbs up on the video, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hope you have a very prosperous 2017, and I'll catch you next time, guys. Peace.